What's up, ladies and gents? This is KSigKid coming at you with another Destiny video. Today we're doing the Nightfall. I know it's late in the week, but we still did do the Nightfall, and next week things should be back to normal. Devil's coming back, guys. Devil is coming back. We're assuming he's coming back. He might not be allowed back into the country. We don't know. He's a sketchy guy. Oh, first things first. This is a public service announcement for Taniks. You see all that damage Taniks got? That was because Tyler ended up having the Celestial Nighthawk on, his gunslinger, and he jumped up in the air. If you want to wreck Taniks, and I mean absolutely wreck Taniks, go in with a party of 3 Golden Gun Hunters, your Celestial Nighthawks, jump up in the air and shoot him all at the same time with your super. You might be able to one-shot him. It is very, very possible that you might be able to one-shot him. Or you might not, because I don't know if some of that extra damage was because we had a tether going out. That might prevent the one-shot. You might want to try going in with a tether and 2 Golden Gun Hunters. You might take him down to a sliver, but regardless, he's going to get absolutely wrecked. Though you will have one little caveat, and that is, because we took down his health so low, after we end up clearing out the waves of enemies here, and we take down some of those Siva clusters, the next group of Siva clusters are going to pop up instantly before we even do any damage to Taniks. So something to keep in mind, if you take his health down lower than the health gates for those Siva clusters you have to take out, well, you're going to have to take out the next cluster, because you can see here they are, the next group is already up, and we didn't exactly get to go ahead and fight Taniks again. So it's just a little bit of a calculated risk. You can go ahead and try it out. Like I said, I think I might go in with 2 Golden Gun Hunters with the Nighthawk on, and then 1 tether. I think that might be your best option, because that tether damage is just going to be really nice, that extra bonus damage. And of course, jump in the air. So let's talk about the modifiers real quick. We've got Telesto on because the modifier is Specialist. So with Specialist, your special weapon is going to deal more damage. Your primary and heavy weapons are going to deal out less damage. But the reason why I have Telesto on is, aside from Specialist, we also have Airborne on. And with Airborne, you basically get double the damage whenever you jump up in the air. So with Telesto, it's easy to go ahead and fire off your shots and then just jump up in the air for that free bonus damage. Why the heck not? That's what I'm doing with my grenades and everything. If I see an opportunity to jump up in the air, I do it. Why not? It's basically double damage for just hopping up in the air. So Telesto is definitely my #1 recommendation. You can also see that we have no radar. So Chafe is on. It's not going to be that big of a deal, really. This strike doesn't really give you that much stuff that's going to run around in behind you, so you don't have to worry about that too much. And then you have Match Game on, and I ran with All Void on all 3 of my Nightfalls, actually. So I didn't worry about Match Game at all. It wasn't a big deal, especially if you've got Telesto, and then the bonus damage whenever you jump up in the air. If you happen to see one of those Hive Wizards with a Solar Shield, or a Captain that has an Arc Shield on, just jump up in the air with your Telesto. You won't have any problem with them. And you can see how quickly we're getting those Siva clusters up, because again, we took down Taniks' health so fast. So maybe some of you haven't played this strike yet, since it's been revamped with Siva and everything. As you can see, Taniks has a shield up, and you cannot take that shield down until you take down all those Siva clusters that are around the map. So if you want to go ahead and deal out damage to him, you've got to first make sure that you take care of those clusters. And on this strike in particular, it's basically 1 Telesto shot and they go down. The other thing you might want to do is you might want to focus on those ads. There are a lot of ads that come around, and they definitely seem finite in nature. So if you can focus on them, take them down, and then worry about dealing out damage to Taniks, I think you'll be in a better place, especially if you want to play it safer. I think that might be your better option. Just make sure that you're focusing on the ads, and then after that, go ahead and start dealing out damage to Taniks. If not, you might find yourself just too swarmed with ads, and then Taniks, he's got those Scorch Cannons, and he's really good with shooting you with Scorch Cannons. Really good. Way better than you're ever going to be at shooting Scorch Cannons on your own. So you might be asking why I'm using a hand cannon, the Fever, and Remedy whenever I've been using auto rifles in strikes recently. Well, the #1 reason, I guess there's 2 reasons. 1, because the Fever and Remedy should be getting bonus damage when dealing with these Siva enemies, which there are a lot. And 2, because we've got Specialist on, our primary weapon is dealing significantly less damage than it would normally. So if I had an auto rifle on, Each one of those auto rifle shots is just so incredibly weak that I find that it's just better off to go ahead and run a scout rifle or a hand cannon because they come with so much impact. In fact, you probably could go ahead and correlate that to the machine gun as well. I'm probably using a bad choice, even though the if materia does get a bonus with the Siva enemies. I feel like because those bullets are so weak, I might have been better served if I used my Bread March stand or something of that nature. Just something to keep in mind whenever you have those modifiers like that. And you can see right here, the ads are pretty much down. All that's left is Taniks, and there he goes. Taniks falls down. I used my good old Voidwalker, that infinite grenade build Voidwalker. It is so good and still so popular in PvE. So good and so popular. I know I've been using a Stormcaller a lot recently, but man, oh man, it never gets old. Just throwing grenades, getting your health back, and killing so many things. So many things. But what we're here for is Nightfall rewards. We got our skeleton key, yes, but we don't really need anything from this chest. We're here for Nightfall rewards. And more importantly, we're here to finally get that freaking icebreaker, right? We want that icebreaker. We are 0 for 9 so far, and hopefully by the end of these 3 runs we get them. First off, we've got to go ahead and take a look at what we get from our Nightfall. Nightfall number 1 gives us strange coins. And Mike got himself a Monte Carlo. Look at that. Before Xur even had a Monte Carlo, Mike got it. There we go. And Sunrise number 1 does not give us the icebreaker. Nope. Next up, we've got our Titan. Moving on to our second Nightfall rewards. It is purple all the way and fusion rifles all the way. We got 2 fusion rifles and a chest piece. No thank you, Nightfall. Let's move on to our icebreaker attempt number 2. No. You think you're funny with that comedian, don't you? And finally, for our hunter, for our last Nightfall of the week, we end up getting ourselves, there we go, there's a terrible exotic. One of the worst exotics you could possibly get. And then Tyler got a Nemesis Star, a much better exotic than what I got. And there we go, there's some icebreaking for you. There it is, the quest is officially done. Icebreaker drops at 370 from my Sunrise bounty. There's the icebreaker. And yes, everybody will now hate me because I got it. But we finally got it, guys. There it is. Anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. Check out these awesome videos. Good luck with your raids, your drops, your Nightfall, and I'll see you around in Destiny. #Sunrise over.